My favorite club. Hey guys, Justin here. Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a fan request, and he requested how do I make graphite whip handles. Well, I use a golf club, obviously, so you can really choose any length that you want, but I would probably stay within the 18 to 14 inch range, right around there. So we'll probably be doing I'll do like a 16 inch handle, I think. Depends on how I feel. There's no guidelines here other than how I attach. I'm just going to show you guys today how I actually get the core started off the handle, which is what he requested. So let's get to it. So the actual golf club broke upon the intro. Oh, and what we're going to do now, I hope the golf club's not compromised. It looks like it's split a little bit, but I'm going to cut it and see where we're at. But we should have enough here to work to make a whip, hybrid whip. Make sure you get a golf club. I got mine at the golf course, and make sure you get one that's graphite. That's the whole point here, is to get that ultra lightness. So let's cut this off, and we'll sand it up, and we'll cut the handle off. That's pretty easy to do. So all right, let's get to it. So we're outside. You know the routine. Using the angle grinder with a thin wheel. We're going to cut this graphite off. I'm going to mask up, and I'm going to put some safety hearing protection on. I already got my glasses on, so just where those splinters are at, I can see where they end right here. All right, looks good. All right, so we're cutting the handle off right now. Make sure you get a sharp knife. One swipe. Cut away from yourself. And this peels right off. There we go. And sometimes there's tape. Is it hard to see me? I want to fix that lighting, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Take a little brake cleaner and grab some sandpaper, like 220. We'll rough it up a little bit. You don't really want to breathe this dust either, because it is graphite. So, maybe when you're sanding it, use a mask. Alright, there we go. A little brake cleaner on that, or what else would work? WD-40. Alright, are you ready? Okay, so we have our belt sander here. I 220 or this one's a 80. It don't really matter. We should cut ours to length first, but here's how you sand it. I got the mask on, I got glasses on. I don't want this shit getting into your system. You only get one set of lungs, so I work that shaft real fucking good. Oh, I'm just kidding. My wife told me not to swear. I don't need to swear, do I need? Once in a while, not too bad though. We're just roughing this up for the hockey tape that's going to go on top of it. Let's get our measurement in, because I broke it. What the hell is that club? Broke it right there, so I kind of wanted to use the tip this time, but I'm glad we tested it out in the beginning, because I didn't know make the whip and it breaks, so I think it's a good idea. Okay, let's get our measurement in. So you can choose the big end to start from or the bottom. I mean, it's up to you guys, really, but we'll take the small end this time around. When I cut it, it'll look good, so I didn't see any fractures going up in there. It should be strong enough. I tried bending it. It didn't tweak or anything, so. What did we say, 16? Technically, you could make a 22 incher. 16, let's see. I think we're gonna go, let's rock the 14 inch mark this time. Yeah, let's do that. Look at your, you know, get something that can cut this. You can use a hacksaw too. So we're just going to do this. I'm going to go 14 and a half, because I'm probably going to cut the back end of it. So let's make our mark and cut it. Okay, so the belt sander. So the belt sander, you can hand sand this if you wanted to. I'm just gonna touch it with this real quick, and we'll be back inside. Okay, round the corners off. As you can see, no sharp edges. And finished up our sanding. As you can see, make sure you wash your hands really good and wash our handle really good. All right, we're back inside. We have our graphite tubing. 550 paracord, which most of you guys have, and a vise. And we also going to need, I'm using these Hornady BBs, Hornady BBs. 0.177 steel BBs, and they're anodized. So get that together if you made it this far in the video. Okay, so we have here about a 5 foot piece. Depends on how long you want to make your whip. 5 is good, because usually the cores drop off down the line. Okay. All right, so we're gonna need a 5 foot piece. I've shot and loaded, I'd say about 10 BBs into the end. As you can see, let's see if we can see right there. And I've tied a knot on the BBs, so it makes it a really big stopper. And pull that tight. We're going to trim the end right now. Where those BBs are, we're going to melt them in. Okay, so those aren't coming out. And now, there's about 10 BBs in there, so take your carbon fiber tube, which is basically nothing at this point. We're going to feed the one end in. Have your super glue ready, because when I set this, there's no going back. You need a lot of strength for this part coming up. Well, not too much, but all right, make sure that fits in there. Okay, it does on my end. Whoops, I did it again. I pulled it too far. This happens. Come on. There we go. All right, get your super glue. Just trying to make this real quick. Oh. Gorilla Glue. Oh, it's the super glue version. So we're gonna glue all around this. And once we, like I said, there's no going back. Make sure you pull it really tight once it's in the tube. Okay, I just glue the shit out of it. All right. Oh. Anyways. All right, now what we're gonna do? Grab the end, start it. Now pull as hard as you can. Okay, set. Get a little glue. Get yourself a napkin. Might want to clean that up. Okay, I don't know where it is in the tube. Seems like it made it pretty far, but either way. No, wait, it did make it pretty far. Here's the babies. Perfect. Good, and now we can put a couple more in the. I know it's a long run from the other end, but I don't know what else. Let's see. Oh fuck. All right. Just ruined my favorite shoes now. My first was my favorite golf club. Then now it's the shoes. Okay, I've loaded I've shot loaded 10 inches, or, whew. All right, I've shot loaded 10 BBs into the end, the tippity tip, and we're gonna work those down all the way to the handle. Make sure these are nice and tight up against there. We got about I wanted to tell you guys about that. Here, let's see. End of my golf club, because it's gonna be different for everybody. It's about 3/8 inches wide, and how much in the center? Just a little over a quarter. So that allowed that to come down, and our back end of our graphite is outside diameter over 1/2 inch, just a little bit, and inside diameter is right under 1/2 inch. So 14-inch handle on this one, and just keep working those BBs down. All right, so we're to the vise. Moved all our BBs down nice and tight. Make sure they're tight up against those other ones that are in the handle where the knot is. And we're going to take our needle and go straight through. I got some nylon thread on here, so wrap it around, do that twice, and then go through it again on the corner, so it's like an X, and that should be pretty good. And tie that off. Then it's artificial sinew next. Alright, I got that tied off right there. Just those strands dangle, and for our cap on the end, opposite end, this is a 9mm empty cartridge, and I put some tape around it to make it the right diameter, and that will just slip right in there. We'll glue that in. You could use a wooden dowel and just shape it down and then glue it in. We just don't want wax going inside of our hollow tube here. And I'm going to fill this with BBs and tape it off. I taped the outsides already, so do that. Get a cork and plug the end. All right, for our first belly, we are going to cut 2 strands of paracord at
6 feet each. And then we are going to stagger them. We're going to do one at 3 inches. And you got the loop on the other end. And then you're going to do the other one at like right around 8. So it offsets when we drop the strands. And that'll be our first belly. So get that cut right now. And we'll get them on the whip. Okay, so we have these started on our belly here, or I mean our core. 2 on each side, under one, over one. You guys make whips, you guys know what to do. What you want to do is kind of tuck that into this, into the golf club tube, and if you can, slide it up a little bit. Let's see, under one, over one. You guys know the routine there. Let's see if we can get that kind of snugged up. That should be pretty good. Because we're going to go over the top of this with the artificial sinew. So, now we want you guys to plait for, I don't know, maybe 6 inches. That should be good. Right there's our 6 inches. We've covered the BBs, which is about 2 inches. Rest was just the core, and we're going to tie this off. And now, get your hockey tape out. Alright, so get your hockey tape. We'll start at the top. Since we already have a natural taper from the golf club, that's definitely going to help for actually cracking the whip. So, and we're going to start at the top of the tape, and we're going to go around, and we're just going to keep going down. Split by halfway. Something like that. Just keep going around and around until we get down to here, and then we'll untie this and we'll let those strands hang freely, and that should be good. We should be able to continue on for another, I'd say 4 or 5 inches past that. Okay, so I've run the whole handle with hockey tape, and we made it to the knot that we tied. I'll untie that and go over that portion. You see what we're doing here, making a nice taper all the way down our whip. And just keep going. Remember where your spot was, 6 inches. So go about, I'd just double it, just go another 6 inches past it. And you don't have to pull this real tight. Basically just to keep these cords in line. Am I off the camera yet? No. I'm not off yet. Alright, then cut that. And we are going to switch to artificial sinew. So do that now. Okay, so after 20 minutes of finding the end on your artificial sinew, here we go. This is waxed. Pick the stuff up on Amazon. So take this. Now we're going to build it up right here at this transition point to where it's a smooth transition, so we don't want that big drop off. So I'm pulling pretty tight on this stuff. The 550 paracord that's underneath this was pulled pretty good, not too tight. Just standard. do this for about a ½ an inch. Oh, maybe 3/4 by now. See, it kind of tucks away, and now just rip the tape. So pull this tight. What ends up happening is it's going into the tube as you turn it. Just make sure it continues to do that. How much will it take? Quite a bit. Let's see. Pretty good so far. Alright, now it's starting to build. Eventually it'll just fill in enough in there inside the tube to where it raises up to here on the outside, as you guys can see. Yeah, perfect. It's built up to about where we need it to be. Now we can just do the regular thing. Go down. I'll crisscross it as I go back up. I'll give you guys the measurements for the whip, the overlay here, but I'm not going to actually film that. This is just to get the core started in the first belly. That way people know what to do. Alright, so we can go back up. It's about 4 inches down. You guys know the routine here, hopefully. You can see that's pretty stiff. Might go down one more time. And we'll go down and probably do one strand all the way down and one back up. So I did another pass. I went down for another, I don't know, 10 inches, and it's really light down there, as you guys can see. Stiff up here, and to tie it off, just do this, the under loop deal, and that should be good. Like I said, I'll give you guys the overlay measurements, but we're not going to be filming it. Okay, so that is our base core. These strands could be different lengths if you're making a longer one, but we're doing about a 6-footer, and that's should be plenty. So it's gonna be a light whip no matter what. Don't forget to roll this out on the floor. And what else? What else can we do? Like I said, I'll do the measurements for the overlay, and I'll post them on the screen here in a sec, and then I'll show you the final product. Probably gonna take hours, possibly days, but seconds for you. Alright guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching the video. You should end up with something like this. No. I didn't really want to do the full tutorial, so I just did the core. And, I mean, hopefully you guys got the hang of the core. I kind of went above and beyond on this one. Okay, so this is a crow grabbing a copper ball that I purchased online. What I did was I took a micro paracord and melted it down so they were claws. And I also grooved out the copper so that it would have a spot to rest. So, turned out kind of cool. And this is a 12 plat overlay. We do inject a strand into it later on, down the whip. But I do inject the 550 paracord, different greens down the line. So as it gets further and further, it eventually becomes 3 different colors of green. We have a moss green, an emerald green, and a foliage green. So we also have 3 different knots. Oh, the strand I used, I'll mention all this in a, I'll write it up for you guys so you know where you get this paracord color and all that good stuff. Dynamic cracker, Nimboida fall hitch. I do make a tutorial. I do have a tutorial on that. So, and then as it goes down the line, it becomes all the different greens, obviously, and we do have a highlight strand in there. It was basically copper thread, is what I got. So it didn't really match the copper. It was more orange, but you should have a nice whip at the end. Mine's pretty balanced because of the copper ball, as you can see. Right there is the balance point. So it's a lot. It's a very easy whip to crack. It doesn't wear your arm out right away. Now we have the whole yard to. Oh God, there's too much shit in the yard now. Well, it's a sick. This one's a 5.5 foot, so it's about my height. Well, I'm not 5.5 foot. I'm like 5'9". But anyways, here we go. Easy to crack. I got lamps everywhere, and the hummingbirds are pissed off. It's been a while since I cracked a whip, to tell you the truth. Yeah, and there's all kinds of shit in the way. Oh God, we gotta do another video.
Let's try it right here.
Okay, overhead. As you can see, it's just butter. Having that single belly. Everything's waxed. Screwed it up, but anyways, thank you guys for watching the tutorial. Hopefully I can make some more videos. I do have some I do have a model I'm going to build, and still on the knife thing, so just real slow right now, really busy at work, my real job. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Alright, one more time. Just for you guys. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Yeah, 5.5 foot. Pretty quick. I think it'd be a good target whip too. It's a 14-inch handle. Golf club handle. Guess you guys know. Alright, got a little too carried away. Better cool down. Oh! Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're making Bullwhip. Let's move this back. This is a blooper. I'm limited. Hey guys, welcome back. Well, yeah. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
3 different knots.
And a green.
Great. I was doing great too. I was so smooth. And the green. We'll cut that.